We're in. We're live. Um. Okay then. Welcome back to the Final Over podcast, where we talk about cricket and other things regarding cricket. I am Nazar, and
I
here
am
with me.
Bashar. Uh, so how
It's
would you-
weird not looking at the
It
camera.
is. How would you like to explain to our viewers our a few months hiatus?
Well, I would just say we moved. So
Mm.
clearly we're in a new location. We're not at the library studio anymore.
For sure.
And this is a new setup, which is a homegrown personal setup.
It's
With-
more accessible.
More accessible. I think it's more it's more convenient, and we can do this more often now.
We can do this whenever we want to. Not like we have to plan our things around the booking of the studio.
Yeah, I just have to plan it around when my mom is not watching Hum TV.
For sure,
Because-
you can hear her downstairs.
Bro, this thing is loud. So we've been out for a while.
Yeah.
And we wanted to talk about a lot of things. A lot of things happened.
There's a lot that happened. Yeah,
West Indies happened,
West Indies happened, and then England happened.
and then England happened,
So it's a roller coaster.
and then
of
nothing happened with
emotions.
Sri Lanka. So where do you wanna start it off with?
Well, I want to start with this. I mean, we've missed a lot of things that happened, but I think we should really focus on the now.
Yeah.
And what's gone more recently.
Yeah,
So,
For sure.
The West Indies loss.
So do you want to start with मेरे plan ये था कि we would start with West Indies, go to England, and then go to Sri Lanka, and then go tomorrow for Australia.
Sure. Let's
So
do
we
a,
can
qu-
just
a
break it
quick
down.
one for West Indies, and then
Yeah.
we'll do.
You want me to pull up the West Indies game?
There's no need. I think it's already.
Or you have okay,
It's
चलो ठीक
card.
है. Go.
So I think as Pakistan does,
What happened?
We don't really have a good track record if you look in the past of starting off ICC tournaments at a good high. Even the tournaments that we've won, those are Nauka, World T20, 92 World Cup,
Champions Trophy.
We've always started off at a very low, and then. But the good thing about Pakistan is that we have a tendency to make a strong comeback.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's what we're banking on.
But just that first game was an absolute disaster. I mean, the worst thing was, I mean, yeah, I know they lost, and cricket happens. You can lose at any day.
Yeah.
There was no fight. Like हम 20
I don't-
ओवर 22 ओवर में आउट हो गए जो बंदा आ रहा है शॉट मार के जा रहा है और खड़ी करके आउट हो रहा है.
I don't think they knew that they were playing in the World Cup. Honestly speaking, इस तरीके से वो खेल रहे थे, it felt more like, oh, it's still practice match with Afghanistan or practice match with whoever they had to play with. That's the vibe that they went in the ground with.
Yeah.
बुरे shots पे out हुए, एक अच्छी ball पे out नहीं हुआ, सिवाय maybe Haris Sohail got a good bumper.
Yeah.
Apart from that, all of the outs were abysmal. They were like throwing their wickets like, "Ow, मेरी
And
wicket
some
लेके
of
जाओ."
them weren't even like good balls. They were like very soft dismissals. For
Yeah.
example, Imam down the leg side, Sarfaraz himself down the leg side.
They didn't put in the effort that was needed. That was the point. जो सब कह रहे थे, all the critics post match were saying this, all the fans were saying this on Twitter, social media. Just didn't seem that Pakistan team arrived. Like even the bowling, man, the only thing that I saw was the good point was that Amir was kind of back in action. He took a few wickets.
I have something to say against that, but that's not.
I mean,
The good thing is
you'll
that
have
he's-
your chances against Amir for sure. He will give you those mauke. लेकिन जो बात है West Indies के खिलाफ, he stood up. And then if I want to jump the gun and talk about England, he stood up against England as well.
For sure. It's
Him
really good
and
to see
Wahab.
your strike bowler amongst the wickets again.
Yeah.
After a very long time of having a very dry spell.
It was nice to see him back. It was just he's a superstar and he proved it.
Yep.
So with West Indies, it seemed like that's the only thing that's the only good thing that I could have picked up. Apart from that, it was just there was nothing else to talk about.
Being a Pakistani cricket fan since I can remember.
Yeah.
जितने भी दोस्त मुझे मैसेज कर रहे थे यार क्या हो गया क्या परफॉर्मेंस दी अगेंस्ट वेस्ट इंडीज और सबको मैंने बस ये बोला था कि knowing the Pakistan team I would not be surprised if they come back the next game and beat England the favorites.
I know
at
you
their home
you
ground.
called this. You said कि Malik को बिठाएंगे पहला game and then he's gonna come back and make an appearance.
I mean that happens bro like ऐसे आपको pressure पड़ता है कि then you have to go back to experience even though his performance recently has not been that good.
Yeah, Malik's been off color. There's a lot of Malik fans. I have turned into a Malik fan. It's honest to say that if he's off color, like there's
But
no
I feel
other way
like
to say it.
what the Pakistan team really likes about Malik is his presence in the field.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
I mean, he brings the gravitas jo chahiye, like the things that the old senior players used to bring, like the Inzis and the the Wasim Akrams in the bowling side. Like
Yeah.
he brings the solidarity that the team needs. Him and Hafiz. Unke baghair the team is incomplete.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
you
that's
have to
the it.
talk about what Hafiz did against England. That was an amazing knock.
Yep.
After Imam, there was a definite sluggish start.
Yeah.
But the good thing was that we didn't lose a lot of wickets in the beginning.
Yeah.
Fakhar Zaman targeted the short ball. उन्होंने try की उसको Archer वगैरह ने उसको short ball करने की उसने
Yeah.
he took it on.
That's the thing that was lacking in the West Indies game, right?
Yeah.
Like they were short ball पे वो डर रहे थे. They weren't
Unprepared लग रहे थे कि तैयारी करके नहीं आए
like
लोग.
they were not attacking the short ball as they did in the England game. Like वो साफ जाहिर हो रहा था, and that was the difference.
Yeah.
You कितना 348 और कितना मारा था इन लोगों ने?
किसने?
Pakistan ने. How much target did they get?
Yeah, 348. Yeah.
That's a big target.
Yep.
That's huge, even for Pakistan standards. I mean, they showed that in the England series that they were capable of hitting 350s regularly. But did we know that they could hit it at the World Cup stage? I didn't. And the fact that they did it, it was great. It was amazing. And the best part was कोई centuries नहीं थी.
Exactly. That
And-
I was just gonna say that. Literally.
And I think that was good. क्योंकि
Okay.
जैसे century करी तुम्हारा problem बाबर आजम के साथ यही है. I know you're gonna bring it up, but I no shit about
नहीं,
like no
नहीं,
hit
नहीं.
to Babar Azam.
ने, he played really impactful innings, and
Yeah.
the same thing with Hafiz. Or I think that was the difference between Pakistan की जो 50s थी versus England की 100s के.
Yeah.
Our 50s were more impactful. Sarfaraz ने नीचे से आके अच्छा he played really good captain's knock.
Yep.
Babar ने अच्छा platform start किया, but Hafiz was just amazing.
Yeah.
When Hafiz is on song, there's nothing better to see.
It's perfect. It's so graceful to watch. Like
Yeah.
the shots that he hits.
And then जब हफीज का ये है कि अगर उसकी बैटिंग अच्छी होती है ना उसकी बॉलिंग उसको ऑटोमेटिकली कॉम्प्लीमेंट करती है.
Oh yeah.
With this because he's really
Star
high in
player.
confidence.
Yeah, you killer आदमी है Hafiz. That's why we need him in the team. Like that's the reason. And that showed England के game में.
Yeah.
West Indies के game में ये चीज lack कर रही थी. And that's the thing I never have understood about Pakistani cricket. Like nobody has. Do Nasir Hussain ने बोला था like one minute down, next minute up. Like one game you give the worst performance of your World Cup career. Next game you hit one of the highest World Cup totals ever.
There's no logical way to back what Pakistan does. And I think that's just the brilliance of Pakistan.
100%.
And it also keeps us fans on the edge all the time. Being a Pakistan cricket fan is basically like a roller coaster ride.
Bro, being a Pakistan cricket fan is hard work.
But the days that
Their
they do good, it really pays off.
It really pays off. It's worth
Yeah.
it, and that's why we're still like watching the games.
Yeah.
It's because we know that there will be a performance like West
Potential
Indies.
बच्चों में.
हाँ, definitely. बहुत अच्छी
Yeah.
potential है. Like कभी-कभी वो Champions Trophy जीत जाएंगे और कभी-कभी they're gonna have like 11 game losing streak.
Yeah.
Like that's just what they are.
That is, yeah.
And with that in mind, what do you think is gonna happen? What do you think would have happened if Sri Lanka and Pakistan were to play? एक भी
I
ball नहीं हुई थी इस
think-
game में match abandon हो गया था.
Yeah.
But what do you think would have happened if we had the chance?
First of all, I would say Sri Lanka is very down. Unki combination, they don't even know what's going on.
It's a very weak Sri Lankan
They're-
side. Not fun to watch.
They picked a captain who had not played one-day cricket in the last 5 years. उसको उठा के उन्होंने सीधा captain बना दिया.
Yeah.
और कोई भी chemistry, there was no gelling in their whole team. So I would say Pakistan easily खा जाता उनको. और even अगर बारिश हो
Run
गई
rate
थी,
पे बहुत we needed that run rate
yeah,
because our run rate is shit.
even
Negative
अगर
2.4
अगर बारिश होती
something.
there would have been like a minimal over match. There would have been more advantage to Pakistan क्योंकि Pakistan अगर 20-25 ओवर का मैच खेलती we're the number one T20 side
Yeah.
in the world. And having Asif Ali, Imad Wasim, players like that, we could have really caught Sri Lanka. Or not just win, but maybe just win by a big margin to help, like you said, a run rate.
The run rate. अभी बीच में ये हुआ था कि every team had like 3 or 4 points, but because Pakistan run rate was like -2 or something, they were like 5th,
They were,
or they would have been
bottom of the
3rd.
table, yeah.
And that's the thing. With Sri Lanka, that's the game. That's why people were like, "Oh, shukar hai, bhai shukar." I'm like, no, not really. I mean, that was a game that you did not want to wash out.
Yeah.
That game, Afghanistan and Bangladesh. These are 3 games that you do not want washed out. You want to play those games. What about tomorrow? They're saying tomorrow might be washed out.
Yeah. So what I
अभी
hope
मैं वही weather खोल रहा था. Where are they playing again?
they're playing in Taunton.
Okay, let me
So,
check the
but,
weather.
I think the weather in England is kind of similar to here. The 3 W's are very famous there.
Oh, bro.
Work, weather, and women. They can change any time. तो I think कल सुबह तक 80% chance थे rain का, फिर अभी दिखा रहे हैं there was a 10% chance till 2 p.m.
Yeah.
And then there's a 40% chance after that. So I think we're gonna see match, maybe some reduced overs, but match definitely over.
Taunton ka weather. It's not. I'm on Crick Info. Taunton weather. UK. All right, let's see what's happening.
But we
It
had to
says
look at
9
the
degrees.
pitch.
Bro. It's so cold. How are they gonna play?
They gotta do it.
It's 9 degrees, and they're saying it's gonna be It's right now. It's cloudy. Precipitation 3%. Like eventually it's gonna turn into
I mean, it is getting overcast. I don't think you're gonna see much sun tomorrow.
the ball first.
I was just gonna say pitch ke bare mein. We had a very slight look at the pitch, and
Yeah.
it was green top.
Oh shit! So you have the ball first.
What we might even see would be maybe Shaheen in, potentially.
Against?
Hard to say. Maybe Hassan Ali out, Shaheen in. Or
I wouldn't do that.
Or they might just go with the same combination. Honestly.
Yeah, I think that's better.
I would go with the same combination.
Go with the same combination and toss jeet ke ball first, and get them under 120.
Warner is shaky.
150.
His last 250s in the World Cup have been his lowest ever.
Yeah,
I
because he's trying to get his place in the team again. Obviously.
No, I don't even think he's 100% fit. He has something on his elbow,
Mhm.
or it's a World Cup. It's a pressure situation,
Mm.
and he's playing after a huge gap of like a year and a half, from international cricket. So it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the cricket info stuff. The last 5 matches against Pakistan and Australia,
We've lost because
All
of
of
the
them.
ODI series.
Australia beat us all. एक पे हम 186 पे book हो गए थे. एक पे we couldn't chase
That's in
327.
UAE though, so
Yeah, these are all UAE games.
and it wasn't even the full Pakistan team.
That's true. I mean, that's the only thing. That's the counter argument to every Australia game that we've played in the past five games. Okay, पूरी team नहीं थी. UAE में खेल रहे थे. Conditions different थी. ये थी. But still, a loss is a loss. It
No,
builds up. That's exactly
I
what
would
happened.
disagree honestly. Okay, if you base off our performance against England, statistically, you would say last Pakistan 5 match with their best team in England against England, pretty much the same side, Hari thi. So technically they should lose, but we're talking about the Pakistan team, so they can turn up any day and beat any team.
That's true, but then we can't. Still has to be consistent. That's fun to say in like a Choti Tri Series or like an Asia Cup thing, but when you're playing the World Cup, you need consistency. You need to win 6 out of your 9 games to satisfactorily qualify for the semi-finals.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not. You can't be here one day and there the next. Like you have to be present at all of those 9 games. Ye masla hai. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, agar you don't find your way now, third game, you're gonna drop, and then aage jaake when we go see the games, it's gonna be for nothing because then you're not even qualifying.
True.
Which we'll come back to. Like you and I are gonna go see the World Cup.
Yeah, we are.
What
planning
games
to
are we
go
seeing?
See a couple matches. The games being Pakistan versus South Africa at
Yep.
Lords, and then Pakistan versus New Zealand at Edgbaston,
Edgbaston,
Birmingham. The game that we're seeing, the first one, it's the first leg that's being played at Lords.
Yeah, because they're playing in London, but they're playing at the Oval.
Yes, they're
So
playing
abhi
at
Lords में अभी तक एक भी game
the
नहीं हुआ.
Lords में. The game that we're gonna see, Pakistan South Africa, that's the first game being played at Lords of the World Cup.
Okay.
And there's only 4 games, I believe, being played there.
उसमें से एक final है.
इसमें से एक final है, एक Pakistan South Africa, Pakistan Bangladesh, and then I believe there's England, Australia.
Yeah.
And maybe one more. I think I'm missing one more. But
Maybe one more. But so we're gonna be in the UK for a couple of weeks. Really excited about that. Are
I
we,
hope none of our games get rained out.
bro? That's my fear now because 3 out of the कितने भी games हुए have been rained out so
Yeah,
far.
and this is the most
Kal ka bhi.
rainouts that have happened in a World Cup match ever.
Yeah, and most abandoned games ever as well.
Yeah.
And that's just it's sad because you want to see the game played, but
Yeah.
अगर बारिश हो गई then there's no counter for that. And apparently the UK, as you said, like Canadian weather and UK weather is like very similar in the sense that like it rains for days.
And I don't think the English summer has properly arrived yet.
I don't think so.
okay,
I don't think summer has properly arrived even here yet.
Champions Trophy, and then even in last year's summer, it was much better, more sunny, less rain.
Yeah.
Maybe this year is just not.
I mean, it's still the start of June. I think as it progresses, it'll get better because यहाँ पे भी आज first time गर्मी पड़ी, felt good. I think थोड़ा सा England का साबुन slow है. Eventually they will come back to like proper summer, 25-degree days. अभी 9 degrees में cricket खेलना, I can't even fathom that. With the wind and the rain and the hawa, like it's gonna be really, really bad for them to play. But okay, let me just pull up the players to watch. Match Center is telling me at Cricket Info that the players to watch are Aaron Finch and Usman Khwaja for the batsman for Australia. For the bowlers, it's Pat Cummins and Adam Zampa. I don't think I believe that. I think Pat Cummins I would watch for Stark.
Stark, yeah. I mean, I know Stark or Cummins दोनों. Maybe not too much Zampa.
Zampa नहीं, Zampa को तो बहुत मारेगा Hafiz if it comes up to it.
Yeah, or especially if it's a green top, then
Yeah.
Zampa would not be that effective.
Zampa won't, I don't think they're gonna play him. They're probably gonna another fast
But a
bowler.
blow for Australia is that Marcus Stoinis, their all-rounder, he's out.
क्या होगा उसे?
I think he got injured in the, I believe either practice में injured हुआ या फिर against India.
वो कौन सा था जिसका सर फोड़ा था?
Oh, that was some net baller.
किसने फोड़ा था?
Warner ने मारा था उसको nets में. उसका apparently उसका सर फट गया था.
Jeez.
He was in the hospital.
Good luck to that guy.
Would not like to be bowling to Warner.
No way, man. We saw him at the GT20. He looked vicious, even though
Yeah.
he played
He was
30
so
innings.
quick in the field, man. Remember those
goalie, very goalie. Like that's the thing about Australia. They're really on all three departments. For the Pakistani, it says that we need to watch out for Babar Azam. 100% agreed. 7 matches, 51 ki average, 96.02 ki strike rate. Totally. Imam ul Haq.
Tell me a strike rate.
Imam ki
78, 79,
84
84.
and 70 ki average in 6 matches. So those are the two batsmen that they want us to watch out for. And for the bowlers, they have Imad Wasim and Mohammad Amir.
I don't think Imad's gonna play.
Really? Yeah, Imad's not playing.
Yeah, because he wasn't playing last game either.
Nope. Yeah, they should get Malik to bowl more overs, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Malik is great.
he took Ben Stokes wicket, so
He's great. I mean, economical. He knows where to bowl, and he's quick, and he can turn. So why not give him like more overs? उसके जो इमाद वसीम के 10 हैं, उसको तुम 6-4 बांट दो हफीज और उसके बीच में. What do you think about the captaincy so far that Sarfraz has been doing? I am underwhelmed.
I think it's been pretty good. If you look at the game against England, having Shadab to attack and
That
and
okay,
taking
that
the
was
wicket,
good.
That was completely out of the
That
box.
was a good decision to do. That was a boss move. But उसके अलावा like, I mean, again, we have to go back to the West Indies game. उसमें captaincy बुरी की थी. Obviously, that was just an all-round बुरा game. But Sarfraz, at this point, should know खुद से. He should be able to navigate the team खुद से. And I feel like Abibi he's lacking that.
I don't know how too much to say about that. I think he's doing a decent job right now. Or bad.
You think he's keeping his job if you win the world? If we don't win the World Cup?
Depends how badly we lose and basically, even if we don't finish in the top 4, how कितनी fight करके हारे हम लोग, कितना close हारे. If it's the games against like West Indies that you're losing like that, then it's gonna be pretty tough. But I do feel like the whole team is on one page right now. थोड़ी unity दिख रही है बच्चों में.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's see. I'm hopeful.
Okay, so what else? What else do you think might happen in the World Cup? Any other surprising factors? Do you want to talk about your top 4 maybe?
I think it's really, even though there's been about 14, 15 matches played, it's really early to say who's going to make the top 4.
Yeah, because सबके 2-3 ही हुए हैं अभी.
New Zealand 3 match जीती मगर they're against all weak teams. So
Yeah.
they haven't really faced.
And what
they're
about South
facing-
Africa losing 4?
That's just completely sad.
That's-
they look like a mess. Them even reaching out to AB de Villiers to come back that was shocking.
No, I heard Fafka interview today, which was the other way around. Which was that AB de Villiers reached out a day before the squad was announced, and he said to Faf, I'm available, and Faf said, buddy, it's too late.
Obviously, I mean, him retiring in 2018 was shocking. I mean,
I think it was selfish.
you would think that he would, put South Africa first.
Yeah.
Other than him playing the PSL, the BPL, the
IPL.
CPL, IPL. I mean, you can play all you want, but that's not how you become a legend.
Yeah.
You become a legend through test and one-day cricket. And him signing off at the World Cup, I think, would have been fitting.
Yeah, I think that would have been. You just had to wait a year, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of the IPL, what did you think about Hassan Minhaj's piece on cricket?
I thought that was pretty good. I mean, the way that
I thought it was fucking hilarious.
the way that he dumped everything down.
Oh,
to,
yeah,
for
white people, basically.
For white people, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I thought it was hilarious. It was genius. That whole Lalit Modi piece that he did, where he went to Lalit's house in London mein tha na wo?
Yeah.
And I was just on the floor rolling. I watched it twice, and it was funnier the second time.
Yeah.
It was just, that's the kind of journalism that we need from people like Hassan Minhaj, and that's the kind of thing that we need to show. कि भाई ये हो रहा है cricket corruption. ठीक है? If someone like an outsider like Hassan Minhaj is catching up on this, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how big the Indian coverage is. Like, no hate to India or whatever. Like, you can't be the freaking mafia of everything. That's not how it works.
I'll just give a very small example of the big three doing the big three stuff. Just look at the last 3 ICC tournaments and
Yep.
then the next coming one. 2015 का वर्ल्ड कप ऑस्ट्रेलिया,
Yep.
2016 का T20 वर्ल्ड कप इंडिया, 17 चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी इंग्लैंड, 19 वर्ल्ड कप इंग्लैंड. The next T20 वर्ल्ड कप is going to be in Australia.
Yeah.
So these big three, they're just playing around आपस में.
Yeah.
खुद रेवेन्यू ले रहे हैं, सारे मैचेस खुद करवा रहे हैं,
Yep.
खुद ब्रॉडकास्टिंग राइट्स ले रहे हैं. And so I don't even remember when the last World Cup was played in South Africa or
I don't 2007
West
I think.
Indies or Sri Lanka. Like,
Right?
yeah, you have to circle around. Like, you have to go around the world, man.
Like I used to love it when 2003 World Cup was where? West Indies?
South Africa.
So that, when 2007 was West Indies. Yeah. I used to love it when they used to pan to the ground and everybody was like, that whole crowd is a whole different experience.
Yeah.
That crowd is wild. It's funky. It's goofy. Like, and you don't get that when you're playing in Australia or England. That crowd is very mellowed and very sophisticated, very posh, and very English crowd, very Australian crowd. Or Indian crowd, it's massive. It's huge, right? We get that. But you need different colors, different flavors for the game to flourish. And that's the whole thing that Hassan Minhaj was talking about was this. Okay, ICC World Cup is happening. It's a big deal. At the same time, this is happening behind the scenes. Like, ye kar rahe hain. This is the politics that's been playing. And it's by India. And I love that. It was just fitting that an Indian would point that out.
I
He
don't
was
know
the
if
one.
anyone noticed, but he was wearing green and white.
I think a lot of people noticed.
Yeah.
You get us episode mein he wore green and white. Next episode mein he wore orange and blue. And like he was like, oh, he posted on social media or something. He was like, oh, what side am I on? It's fun. It's fun to see comedians like that come up and support what is right. Basically, like Hassan Minhaj, I doubt sees any cricket games except for like maybe Pakistan, India. But the fact that he came up, he supported something that needed to be said. That's great. I mean, more of that. More power to him, man.
Yeah, for sure. I really enjoyed it. And I know a lot of my friends over here watched it too.
A lot of my white friends really liked
They're
it
like,
too.
man, I didn't know that was going on.
Yeah.
I didn't know that much about cricket. But I feel like now I know more than I knew before.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he needs. That's exactly the point of his show, and I love it.
Yeah.
So anybody who's watching this, watch Patriot Act. It's a great show. All right. Anything else you want to talk about before we sign off?
No, not really. I think we've covered most of the bases. Hopefully, we can do this more often.
Yeah. So that's the point, right? We have finally set this up in our basement. There's definitely a revamp coming up. We're trying to think of a new brand, a new way to like represent ourselves. We want to branch off away from cricket a little bit. Still talk about it because that's basically what we bond over.
Yeah.
But also talk about other things, things that we like, other things that we want other people to get introduced to, so on and so forth. So soon, we'll hear about a rebranding of this page, this channel, this whatever this is, this podcast.
For sure. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
And I'm actually more excited to talk about things aside from cricket.
For sure. Like I want to talk about music and movies and
Writing.
Writing for sure, man.
Yeah.
I would love talking about
Who
writing.
better to talk about than you?
Writing, okay, like I want to bring in my friends. That I don't always want to talk to you, like even though I love it.
Yeah.
Want to bring in my friends? You can bring in yours. Just have a conversation. Like why not?
Yep. I have. Okay, we'll talk about it later, but I have some ideas
To bring up for sure. And if any of you guys want to see anything that you'd want to see us talk about, anything that you want to hear us talk about, let us know, man. Like we would definitely take it into consideration and talk about it.
Yeah.
Right. All right, then I guess we'll sign off.
Yep.
It's weird not looking at the camera because it's one take.
Yeah.
It's one camera. It's one angle. Usually it's like I'm cutting to it and I'm not anymore, so it's weird. But yeah. We'll see you guys on hopefully after the game. We might do another one after the game.
Post match. Who knows?
Post match, who knows? We're feeling lucky. We're
Yeah.
feeling really grateful about ourselves. Feeling generous. So this is another signing off,
This is Bashar signing off.
and hopefully see you on the next side.